It will be James to throw for the ball first. That's 25.
So the first game in the men's match play
That's the bullseye.
sees
First leg,
James Wilson
first.
against Mark Mcgeeney. Yorkshire against Lancashire. Nice bit of rivalry early in the morning.
I didn't think us Southerners were into all that red rose, white rose stuff.
No, but I know they are.
140. $100.
So James Wilson, the #1 in the England rankings, as Richard announced on the stage
58.
when introducing the players, and #2 in the BDO rankings.
Yeah, what a season he's having. As I mentioned in the introductions, already the Jersey Classic and Welsh Classic champion.
100.
And he's looking good this weekend, isn't he? Because he's in the semi-finals of the England Classic, so he can make it a hat-trick of classic titles. Must like the name.
He really played well against Wesley Harms in this game
140.
last night. Five finals this season.
60.
Yeah, as I say, picking up the 2 titles, brilliant. But, you know, a well-deserved #2. And I think at last year's Lakeside, everyone had him down as a danger man. First round, I think he drew Stephen Bunting, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Yeah, that was a horrible side of the draw last year, wasn't it? Whilst not taking away from Scott in any way, shape or form. I think James,
yeah, with Stephen,
Darryl was in that
Antonio
side
O'Shea,
of the draw. Antonio were all in that side of the draw, yeah.
Mark, you require 32. Last game shot. And the leg. Mark Mcgeeney.
Well, 13 dart first leg.
Game on.
Great start from the man from Lancashire.
Yeah, Mark Mcgeeney strikes me as a man that loves it up on the stage.
100.
I mentioned in the introductions, we have the British Internationals every year. He's been picked for the last 2 years to play for England. You play a match against Scotland, a match against Wales. Yep. He's won all 4. He's won 2 matches last year, 2 matches this year.
You can't do any more than that.
Check 95.
To get picked must be such an honour for the guys to get picked for England or whichever country they are representing.
60.
I was going to say James hasn't really got going here, but that's not fair at all. He's hitting everything at this moment in time.
85.
Started this leg 95-85. Having done a 13 dart first leg.
100.
Not too many things faze James either. I said this yesterday. He just enjoys his darts. Of course he wants to win, same as all the guys do. But nothing will upset him, faze him. Just plays the game, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I'll reiterate what I said in response. He's blessed with that temperament, isn't he?
Yes.
You can't train. You can't train
absolutely.
for that.
Yeah. Dead right. Dead right. I do personally. I think I'm going to say it's an advantage in so much as nothing's going to get in your head other than playing a game of darts. And if something happens in the crowd or a light bulb goes out or whatever, none of those things will smile it off. And if you can do that, that's got to be an advantage.
85.
Well, great last start there.
It was.
Bullseye to leave double 8, but a 1-2-8 finish.
Oh, he's unlucky.
You're not going to see it yet, just in the wrong treble. He's hit the treble 20, there's 65 left.
75.
But to level it up,
Danger requires 16.
this time with a 16 dart finish, double 8. Double 4. And double 2 is chasing around the doubles.
12.
Not a nice trip, that 8s, 4s and 2s.
No. Mark with a chance to break James's throw here.
Game shot and the second
Very,
leg.
very confident. So,
Third leg, Mark to throw first. Game on.
An impressive start from Mark.
yes, 33 and a third average, 100. Albeit it's only 2 legs, but certainly giving James something to think about.
80.
Especially good to see Mark playing well. He wasn't named in the original 8-man lineup Scott Waits, the number 8 seed, unavailable for this weekend. So they've dropped down to the number 9 and invited Mark Mcgeeney, and you can see why he's so highly ranked, because he's not a player that we see on the tour, at the ranking tournaments.
No, very true.
He's got there by virtue of his performances within England.
140.
There he goes again. Yes. James just falling short of the treble.
60.
I think for the first time in this match, James Wilson feeling a bit under pressure. I think he seemed fine the last leg until he missed those doubles, and now he's failed to find a treble in his first 6 darts.
And with Mark throwing as he is.
140.
So 80, 140, 140. Leaving himself on a 141 after 9 darts. Averaging now 104.
43. Mark, you require 141.
Right, you can see him hitting the treble 20. Oh, just outside.
$81.
Good recovery as well.
$128.
He did that. We talked about this yesterday, didn't we? How he switches to the 18s and consistently hits 128.
I bet he wishes he'd played on 18s all this leg.
There we go again.
Third leg, Mark Mcgeeney.
Well,
Fourth leg, James to throw first. Game on.
this is exactly what he'd have wanted. He's come on stage, gone out in 13, 17 and 15. He's averaging 15 darts a leg. As you can see there, the 100.2 average is the result. And while
100.
many of us are still getting breakfast, Mark Mcgeeney is looking fresh and up for this morning.
I'm also going to say he hasn't got the
96.
distraction of being in the tournament this afternoon. James has.
140.
And whilst I'm not saying that's stopping James playing, Mark's solely focused on this.
You could be right though, just one eye on events later on.
135.
Fabulous shooting again. James hasn't played badly here at all. He's got himself a 90 average himself. So he's averaging 30, and he's 3-0 down.
James Wilson, not the only one in that position, playing in both tournaments today. We've also got Glenn Durrant, who incidentally is our reigning England matchplay. Sorry, he is the reigning England Classic champion later on. We're trying to clarify things to you guys listening, and we're getting confused.
Yes. That's a great shot.
James, you require 101.
Leaving himself 70. James knows he needs to take this. Double 16, 1 dart to make it 3-1.
85. Mark, you require 70.
So Mark, the way he's been hitting tops, I thought he might have gone treble 10, but he's hit treble 18. He's hit the double 8.
Mark Mcgeeney.
And in the flash of an eye, Mark Mcgeeney with a 101 average has seen off James Wilson in 4 straight legs.